Hello, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to bring you game number 3 from the 1967 World Series Retro Replay using Digital Diamond Baseball. The series is tied up 1 game apiece, the Red Sox taking game 1 in Fenway, and St. Louis coming back to take game 2. We are using the actual lineups. Also, the records indicated for the Red Sox and the Cardinals are the records for the Retro Replay. Neither team actually made it to the World Series in the Retro Replay, but we're playing it anyway during this anniversary season. So let's quickly go to the lineups here for the visiting Boston Red Sox. Batting first, playing right field, Jose Tartabull. Batting second, playing third base, Dalton Jones. Batting third, playing left field, Carl Yastrzemski, the Triple Crown winner, in actuality. Batting fourth, the Boomer, the first baseman, George Scott. Batting fifth, center fielder, Reggie Smith. Batting sixth, second baseman, Jerry Adair. Batting seventh, the shortstop Rico Petrocelli. And batting eighth, doing the catching, Elston Howard. Doing the pitching and batting ninth, Gary Ding Dong Bell. And now, for the National League champions and hometown team in Game 3, the St. Louis Cardinals. Leading off, batting first, left fielder Lou Brock. Playing center field and batting second, Curt Flood. Batting third and playing right field, Roger Maris. Batting fourth, the Baby Bull, playing first base, Orlando Cepeda. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Tim McCarver. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Mike Shannon. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Javier. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Maxvill. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, Nelson Briles. I will be managing the Red Sox. The computer will be managing the Cardinals. So let's get this game on the way. Tartabull steps up to the plate. Briles sets and delivers. Tartabull will need a 730 or better to reach safely. The higher the number after 730, the better the result. It's a 659. It's going to be in the out category. That ball's going out to Roger Maris. It's a hard line drive, and Maris makes the catch. 1 away. Tartabull hit it hard, but with nothing to show. Now batting second, Dalton Jones, Red Sox third baseman. He will need a 705 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-1-6. Falls in the strikeout category. Jones swings and misses. He's down on strikes, out number 2. Briles gets the first 2 batters. Now Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate for the Red Sox. Left-handed Triple Crown winner in 1967. Yaz will need a 647 or better to reach base safely. Once again, the higher the number after 647, the better the result. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. He rolls an 863, and that's going to be a single into right field. So a 1-out single. Maris couldn't get to that line drive. George Scott steps to the plate. The Boomer, the Red Sox first baseman, will need a 689 or better to reach safely. Yastrzemski's at first. Briles will deliver the pitch to the Boomer. And that falls in the 725, falls in the base on balls. So Briles walks the Boomer. Yastrzemski goes to second. Runners at first and second for the Red Sox here with 2 outs in the first inning. And it will bring up Sox center fielder Reggie Smith. Opportunity to knock the Red Sox ahead here. Reggie will need a 728 or better to reach base safely, but he's looking for that 804 or better, because that will be a hit. Briles delivers to Smith. And that's going to be a 6-7-0. That's going to fall in the out category. That ball's going out to Maris. A shallow fly ball. Maris runs it down. He makes the catch. Smith is out. Red Sox strand 2. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Due up for St. Louis, Brock, Flood, and Maris. And they'll be facing Gary Ding Dong Bell. Lou Brock, left-handed batter. He needs a 7-19 or better to reach safely. Bell delivers to Brock. The dice roll. That's a 969. That's going to fall in the triple category as he triples to center field. A leadoff triple for the Cardinals. Lou Brock. Curt Flood steps to the plate. Right-handed batter, center fielder. Chance to put the Cardinals out ahead quite quickly in this game. Brock triple. It's up to Flood. Any type of out in the air in the outfield will most likely score Lou Brock. Curt Flood needs a 683 or better to reach base safely, but he's looking for that 737 or better, which is a single. And as the number goes higher, the better the result. Bell delivers to Flood. That's a 916. That's going to be a single into right field. 1-0 Cardinals. RBI single for Curt Flood. Now bring up Roger Maris, Cardinal right fielder, left-handed power bat. He needs a 688 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch by Gary Ding Dong Bell. Flood is at first, no outs. That's a 6-2-5. That's in the out category to Jones. Let's see if they're going to turn 2 here. Nope, it's a soft ground ball to third. Jones charges it, throws to Scott for the out. Flood advances to second. 1 out. Orlando Cepeda, the baby bull, steps to the plate for the Cardinals. Right-handed power hitter. Flood at second. Here's the pitch by Bell. The bull needs 677 or better to reach safely. He gets a 455. It's in the out category to Scott. Soft ground ball to first base. Scott flips to the pitcher covering. Cepeda's out. Flood advances to third. So Curt Flood 90 feet away with 2 outs. To score another run, it'll be up to the Cardinal catcher Tim McCarver. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed Gary Bell. Bell would love to get this last out here and limit the damage. McCarver will need a 682 or better to reach safely. A 778 is a single, and that would score Flood from third. Here's the pitch to McCarver. And it's a 2-4-8. It's in the out category. The ball goes out to Tartabull, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Flood is stranded at third, but the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first on the Curt Flood RBI single. We go to the top of the second. Due up for Boston, Jerry Adair, Rico Petrocelli, and Elston Howard to face Nelson Briles. Red Sox second baseman Jerry Adair will need a 727 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch by Briles. The dice roll is 3-6-0. It's in the out category to Javier at second. Ground ball. Nice backhand grab by Javier. Throws to Cepeda for the out. 1 away. Rico Petrocelli steps to the plate. Right-handed batting shortstop. Rico will need a 730 or better to reach base safely. And a 984 or better is a home run. Will tie the game up. Briles delivers to Petrocelli. Dice roll of 087, and that's a strikeout. Petrocelli swings and misses. 2 down. And now bring up the light-hitting catcher, Elston Howard. Howard will need a 8-15 or better to reach safely. This matchup definitely goes to Bryles here. Let's see if Howard can surprise us. What will the dice roll bring? 3 5-7s in the out category. Ball goes out to Flood. He drifts to his left, makes the catch. Howard is out. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the second. Cardinals still lead the Red Sox 1-0. Due up for the Cardinals, Shannon, Javier, and Maxvill. Mike Shannon steps in the batter's box. Cardinal third baseman, right-handed batter. He needs a 746 or better to reach base safely. Bell delivers the pitch. That's an 850, and that is a single into center field. So another leadoff runner on for the Cardinals. Julian Javier steps to the plate. Shannon at first. Javier is an 85% bunter, so if they go that avenue, he will need under 850 if they try to put the bunt down. To reach base safely, Javier needs a 727 or better. A single is a 766 or better, and the higher the number, the better the base hitting result. Bell sets himself and delivers the pitch. And that is a 5-9-8. That ball is in the out category to Reggie Smith, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Shannon retreats back to first base. Brings up Maxvill, the Cardinal shortstop. He needs a 738 or better to reach safely. A 966 or better would land in the double category, and the higher the number, the better the result. The double would most likely score Shannon from first base. One away, Shannon at first. Gary Ding Dong Bell delivers the pitch. And that's a 688, lands in the out category. Ball goes out to Yastrzemski. It's a hard line drive. Yastrzemski is there, and he makes the catch, out number 2. So with 2 outs, the pitcher Nelson Bryles steps to the plate. Let's see if he can help his own cause here for the Cardinals. Shannon still at first. Here's the pitch to Bryles. He needs an 820 or better to reach base safely. The dice rolls a 4-7-0. It's in the out category. It's a pop-up. Howard gets a late start on it, the catcher, but he makes the catch. So he recovers nicely for out number 3. Shannon stranded at first. We go to the top of the third, still 1-0 Cardinals. Due up for the Boston Red Sox. Gary Bell, Jose Tartabull, and Dalton Jones. Gary Bell steps in the batter's box, right-handed batter. The pitcher will need an 824 or better to reach base safely. Cardinals lead 1-0. Bryles delivers the pitch. It's an 8-11. It's in the out category to Maxvill. He leaps and makes a catch, robbing Bell of a hit. Nice catch by the shortstop. 1 out. Jose Tartabull steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today, Red Sox right fielder, left-handed batter. Jose will need a 730 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to Tartabull. That's a 2-7-4. It's in the out category to Maxvill, the shortstop. Ground ball to short. It takes a bad hop off Maxville's chest. He recovers and throws a hard strike to Cepeda for the out, just nipping Tartabull. Out number 2. So Maxvill has been busy in this top of the third. Dalton Jones will now bat with 2 outs. He's 0 for 1 today. He'd like to get a hold of one to tie this game up. He needs a 992 or better for a home run. A 705 or better to reach base safely. Bryles delivers to Jones. That's a 4-4-5. Lands in the out category. That ball's going out to Curt Flood. He squeezes it for the out. So Jones flies out to center. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the third. Cardinals still lead 1-0. It's been an early pitcher's duel so far. Due up for the St. Louis Cardinals, Lou Brock, Curt Flood, and Roger Maris to face Gary Ding Dong Bell. Brock is 1 for 1. He tripled to begin the game and scored on the Curt Flood single in the bottom of the first. Brock needs a 719 or better to reach safely. Bell delivers the pitch to Brock. That's a 4-2-6. That's in the out category. That ball's going out to Yastrzemski. That's a hard line drive, and Yastrzemski makes a running catch towards the line. Out number 1. Big catch there by Captain Carl Yastrzemski. If that got by him, that would have been another triple. So with 1 out, Curt Flood steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 today. RBI single. Right-handed batter. Bell delivers to Flood. Flood needs a 683 or better to reach base safely. That's a 996, and that ball is gone. What a bomb to left field, 2-0. Cardinals on the Curt Flood homer. Wow! Did he wreck that Gary Ding Dong Bell pitch? He rang Gary Ding Dong's bell. 2-0 Cardinals. And it brings up dangerous hitter Roger Maris, the Cardinal right fielder. He's 0 for 1. Flood has knocked in both runs for the Cardinals. Maris would love to go back-to-back, and if you're thinking about that, he needs a 981 or better to go back-to-back jacks. Here's the pitch to Maris. He needs 698 or better to reach safely. That's a 407. It lands in the out category. That ball goes to Adair. Soft ground ball to second base. And it is in and out of Adair's glove. So that's going to be an error on Jerry Adair, who has a 4% chance of an error, as you can see. So that should have been out number 2, but instead Maris is at first, and now Bell will have to face the baby bull Orlando Cepeda. He's 0 for 1 today. Cepeda needs a 672 or better to reach safely. Red Sox would love to get 2 for 1 in a double play and get out of this inning. 1 out, Maris at first, Cepeda at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's a 4-4-0. That's in the out category. It's going to go to Jones. Fields it, tosses to Adair, who fires to Scott. Double play. That goes 5-4-3. Red Sox out of the inning. Damage done, though, on the Curt Flood home run. We go to the top of the 4th. The St. Louis Cardinals lead the Boston Red Sox 2-0. Due up for Boston, Yastrzemski, Scott, and Smith, the heart of the order. Yastrzemski steps to the plate. 1 for 1 today. He had a single to right. Yaz needs a 647 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to Yaz. That's a 900, and that will land in a single category. So Yastrzemski singles to left field. Leadoff single for Yaz. We'll bring up George Boomer Scott. Scott had a pretty good year in '67. A 985 or better will land in the home run category for Scott, and this ball game would be tied. So he's looking for a ball he can grip and rip. 689 or better, he reaches base safely. Yastrzemski's at first. Bryles delivers the pitch to the Boomer. That's a 404. It lands in the out category. That ball is going out to Lou Brock in left field. Shallow fly ball. Brock is under it. He makes the catch for out number 1. Yastrzemski retreats back to first base. Reggie Smith steps to the plate. Red Sox center fielder 0 for 1 today. Smith's home run numbers are 989 or better. 718 or better, he reaches safely. Here's the pitch. Yastrzemski at first. And that's a 688. That lands in the out category. That ball goes to Cepeda. Hard ground ball to first. Cepeda fields it, steps on the bag for the out. Yastrzemski advances to second. So with 2 outs, Yastrzemski is now in scoring position. It'll be up to Jerry Adair to knock him in or keep the inning alive. Adair needs a 727 or better to reach base safely. 995 or better would tie the ball game. Those are his home run numbers. Briles delivers the pitch. And that's a 354, lands in the out category. Ball goes to Cepeda. Ground ball, fields it, and Cepeda hustles to the bag, steps on it, inning over. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Cardinals lead the Red Sox 2-0. Due up for St. Louis, Tim McCarver, Mike Shannon, and Julian Javier to face Gary Ding Dong Bell. McCarver 0 for 1. St. Louis catcher, left-handed batter, facing the right-handed Gary Bell. McCarver needs a 682 or better to reach base safely. That's a 431. It's in the out category. That ball is a deep fly ball out to Yastrzemski. He's running after it, puts his glove on it, but he can't make the catch. That's going to be an error on Yastrzemski. McCarver is on base. A 1-base error on Carl Yastrzemski. Red Sox fielding has not been too good so far in this game. Mike Shannon steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 today. If you're thinking about a bunt, possibly moving McCarver over, it would have to be under a 750 for the bunt attempt. For Shannon to reach base safely, it's 741 or better. Once again, the Red Sox would love to get 2 for 1 here. Looking for a hard ground ball hit at an infielder. Here's the pitch by Bell. That's a 7-11, and that's a ball hit at Scott. Soft ground ball to first. Scott fields it. He hustles to the bag for the out. McCarver advances to second, so that soft ground ball worked just as good as a sacrifice. 1 out. McCarver's in scoring position. Julian Javier, Cardinals second baseman, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today, right-handed batter. Bell delivers the pitch. Javier needs a 732 or better to reach base safely. A single is 771 or better. That's a 387, lands in the out category. That ball goes out to right field, and Tartabull catches it, and McCarver will not tag up. He will hold at second. They don't challenge Tartabull's arm. Not that he has a good arm, but I might have challenged his arm. So 2 outs. Maxvill steps to the plate. The Cardinals shortstop is 0 for 1 today. Right-handed batter. Has a chance to get a ribby here. He can knock McCarver in from second. Here's the pitch from Bell. Maxvill needs a 743 or better to reach base safely. An 816 or better is a hit and would score McCarver, as he will be off on contact because there are 2 outs. The dice roll. That's a 961, and that's going to be a single into right field. Let's see if McCarver's going to be able to score. The runner attempts the extra base. Great throw by Tartabull, and Howard can't make the tag in time as McCarver slides underneath. It's 3-0. Maxvill takes second on the throw. Tartabull made a good bid at the plate, but McCarver just gets in there. 3-0 Cardinals. So Maxville's at second. A chance for Nelson Briles, the pitcher, to help his own cause and knock a run in here. 3-0 Cardinals. Here's the pitch by Gary Ding Dong Bell. Briles needs a 825 or better to reach safely. The dice roll. That's an 854, and what Gary Bell did not want to happen did. He just walked the opposing team's pitcher. So Briles at first, Maxvill is at second. 2 outs, and the leadoff batter, Lou Brock, steps to the plate. Tripled in the first inning, flew out to Yastrzemski in his second at bat. 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Brock needs a 719 or better to reach safely, but he really wants a 756 or better. That would knock in Maxvill most likely, as once again, runners will be off on contact with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Lou Brock. That's a 761, and that's going to be a single into right field. The runner's attempting the extra base. Great throw by Tartabull. Maxvill is safe, though, as he slides in safely. Briles goes to third. Brock advances to second on the throw. It is now 4-0 Cardinals. As Gary Ding Dong Bell is getting his bell rung here in the bottom of the 4th. Curt Flood, who's 2 for 2 so far, has been the player of the game offensively. 1 home run, 1 single, 2 RBIs, and he scored a run. Bell's threshold as a starting pitcher is 24 batters. He is now at 19. So Bell most likely will not be long for this game. Flood wants a 737 or better, and he's going to knock in 2 more runs. That would be a single. 683, gets on base safely. Bell delivers to Flood. That's a 3-5-7 in the out category to Petrocelli. Ground ball to shortstop. Petrocelli dives, gets back up, and throws to Scott. What a play by Rico Petrocelli. Inning over. But the damage was done once again. 2 runs score in the bottom of the 4th. The Cardinals now lead the Red Sox as we go to the top of the 5th. 4-0. Due up for the Red Sox. Rico Petrocelli, Elston Howard, and Gary Ding Dong Bell, the pitcher, but most likely we will see a pinch hitter for Bell. Petrocelli 0 for 1, right-handed batter. Red Sox need base runners. So for Petrocelli to reach safely, he needs a 730 or better. Here's the pitch by Briles. That's a 4-10 out category to Cepeda. And that's a line drive. He makes the catch, out number 1. Petrocelli hit it hard, but unfortunately found Cepeda. 1 away, Elston Howard steps to the plate. Red Sox catcher 0 for 1. He needs an 815 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch to Howard. That's a 178. That's going to be a strikeout. So Howard goes down looking. 2 outs. Gary Ding Dong Bell steps to the plate. And the Red Sox will look at their bench here. Let's go to our pinch hitters. As Bell is pretty much at his limit. And he has not pitched well today, giving up 4 runs. Oh, who do we want to use? Briles is a right-handed pitcher. Mike Andrews, we might want to save him for later in the game, though. 260 off righties. He can play second base and shortstop, and he's our only gentleman who can play shortstop who's on the bench. George Thomas, 255 off right-handers. I think we're going to go with George Thomas to pinch hit for Gary Ding Dong Bell. So George Thomas comes in to pinch hit. He needs a 7-7-4 or better to reach base safely and get this to the top of the order. Briles delivers to Thomas. That's a 0-5-4 strikeout category. A big swing and a miss. Out number 3. So Thomas whiffs. Inning over. Red Sox need a new pitcher now. Let's check out who we want to bring in here. think we're going to go with Gary Wazlewski. I don't think he started a game. Let me just check quickly. BaseballReference.com. I do not want to use... I don't want to use a starting pitcher out of the pen. I'm pretty sure Gary Wazlewski did not start. Let's just check out Game 4 here. Oh wow, BaseballReference.com is not working quickly. Alright. Let's see. Game 4 is Gibson and Santiago. Game 5 is Lonborg and Carlton. Yeah, I knew Wazlewski, excuse me, did not start a game. Game 6. Oh no, he started Game 6. Alright, I'm glad I checked. So we're not going to bring in Wazlewski. Let's go back to the game here. So we're not going to go with Wazlewski. We're going to come back with... Dave Moorhead. I don't want to bring Dave Moorhead in. I don't want to bring Sparky Lyle in either. Alright, we're going to bring in Jerry Stevens. 3.86 ERA. As I'm trying to stay true to what happened. I don't know who came in. Actually, let's check that out. I should check that out to see. Let's see what the pitching. They actually did go to Gary Wazlewski. Wow. So they did go to Gary Wazlewski. So I'm going to go with Gary. We're thinking the same. That's pretty funny. I did not know that. Alright. So we will bring in Gary Wazlewski. Alrighty, on to the bottom of the fifth. As we've made the decision to go with Gary Wazlewski. It'll be his game to take home now. Red Sox trailing 4-0. Wazlewski will face Maris, Cepeda, and McCarver. Roger Maris 0 for 2 today. He needs a 679 or better to reach safely. Here's the dice roll. 674 is an out category to Petrocelli. Shallow pop up to the shortstop. Petrocelli drifts to his left, makes the catch, out number 1. Wazlewski retires the first batter he faces. Now he has to deal with Orlando Cepeda, the baby bull. Cepeda needs a 658 or better to reach safely. He's 0 for 2 today. Wazlewski with the pitch. And that's a 665, and that's a hit by pitch. So Cepeda's hit by the pitch. He takes first base. Could have been a message pitch there. Tim McCarver steps to the plate. As Cardinal batters have been way too comfortable in the batter's box. Once again, Wazlewski could have been sending a message. But you know what a good message would be? If the Red Sox would score some runs. McCarver 0 for 2. He needs a 652 or better to reach safely. Cepeda's at first. Here's the pitch. That's a 4.64. And that's a wild pitch. Okay, so that was one of those factors we don't really see quickly. You got to read the box. So a wild pitch by Wazlewski, and Cepeda moves into scoring position for McCarver now. Here's the dice roll. Cepeda's on at second. That's a 159 rolled. It's in the out category to Reggie-CF in center field. He got a late start, but he makes the catch. Out number 2, Cepeda holds at second base. Red Sox would love to get a clean inning here. Mike Shannon steps to the plate for the Cardinals, 1 for 2. Base hit, once again, would most likely score Cepeda with 2 outs. He'll be off on contact. A hit for Mike Shannon would be 825 or better, reaching safely a 727 or better. Here's the pitch to Mike Shannon. That's a 175 out category to Dalton Jones. Let's see if he can make the play. Hard line drive. Jones reaches out. Inning over. He makes the catch. Go to the top of the 6th. Cardinals lead the Red Sox 4-0. Due up for Boston. Tartabull, Jones, and Yastrzemski, the top of the order. Red Sox need to do some damage here, but Nelson Briles has been on his game. He's only given up 2 hits. Tartabull needs a 730 or better to reach base safely. Briles delivers. 695 out category to the shortstop Maxvill. Line drive. Maxvill makes the catch, out number 1. Dalton Jones steps to the plate 0 for 2. Needs a 705 or better to reach safely. The pitch to Dalton Jones. It's a 531 out category to Shannon at third. But he drops the ball! Soft grounder. He dropped it. Error on Shannon. Jones reaches. He'll be at first base. An opportunity here for the Red Sox. We've seen 3 errors in this game so far. 2 by Boston and now 1 by the Cardinals. Some sloppy fielding here. Carl Yastrzemski 2 for 2 today. Single to right and single to left. Captain Carl needs a 637 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to the Triple Crown winner. That's a 981, and that ball is gone to dead center as Curt Flood just watches it go over the fence. A 2-run homer. The Red Sox are back in this ball game as they have cut the Cardinal lead in half. The Cardinals now lead by 2. Cardinals 4, the Red Sox 2. Yastrzemski 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Clutch hit by Captain Carl. 1 away, and George Boomer Scott steps to the plate, and they'd love to go back-to-back Jack Skier. He would need a 985 or better to do that. Briles delivers to the Boomer. That's a 268 out category. Ball goes out to Marison Wright, and he makes the catch for out number 2 on the fly ball. It'll be up to Reggie-CF, the Red Sox center fielder, to continue this inning. He's 0 for 2 today. He needs a 728 or better to reach base safely. So Briles, who is cruising along, got touched up with a 2-run homer by Carl Yastrzemski. And wouldn't Reggie-CF like to hit one into the outer atmosphere? Here's the pitch to Smith. 160 out category to Curt Flood in center. It's a deep fly ball. Flood drifts to his left and he makes the catch, out number 3. Red Sox 2 runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on base. And after 5.5, the Cardinals 4, the Red Sox 2. Due up for St. Louis, Javier, Maxvill, and the pitcher, Briles. Julian Javier steps to the plate, right-handed batter, second baseman for the Cardinals, 0 for 2 today. It'll be Gary Wazlewski's second inning of relief. And in relief, he can face 15 batters before he goes into, I guess you'll call it the penalty. He's already faced 4. Javier needs a 7-13 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch by Wazlewski. That's a 7-14, and Wazlewski hits his second batter now. And there's some chattering coming from the Cardinal dugout now. Javier was none too happy with that. Wazlewski hit Cepeda the inning before. I don't think he wanted to do that one intentionally. As once again, the Cardinals have a leadoff runner on. Hello, Beatles Eternally. How are you doing, my friend? As he says, go Sox! Thank you, Beatles Eternally, for introducing me to this game, Digital Diamond Baseball. Wonderful game. Plays differently than my other games, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy all 3 of my baseball games. How goes your baseball seasons that you have been retro replaying? Once again, we have Beatles Eternally in the chat, good friend of the channel. Hope all is well. Alright, no outs. Javier is at first. Maxvill at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. He needs a 7-19 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to Maxvill. And that's a 0-2-5. And that's going to be a strikeout. A swing and a miss on the curveball. Out number 1. Nelson Briles steps to the plate. Let's see if they're going to continue with Briles, or they will bring up a pinch hitter. He was pitching quite well until the 2-run homer in the top of the 6th. Briles needs an 801 or better to reach base safely. Javier's at first. Here's the pitch by Wazlewski. Javier can't get a good lead. He'll have to stay put. Briles puts down a very good bunt. Howard goes after the lead runner. Close play, but safe. Oh, wow. Elston Howard trying to gun down Javier at second. But Javier gets to second. Oh, they don't get any outs. Howard should have went to first and got the second out. Oh, bad decision by Elston Howard. Still 1 out now. Runners at first and second. And Lou Brock, who's 2 for 3. Steps to the plate with 1 RBI and 1 run scored. Let me quickly jump to the chat as we have Beatles Eternally there. He says he's doing great. Just finished a great teams league in Digital Diamond Baseball. And still in my 1919 replay with the it's the White Sox, correct? And Chicago's in first. The Great Teams League for Digital Diamond is superb. Yes. I haven't played that yet. I have it loaded, though. Do they have more than one, Beatles Eternally? Do they have more than one Great League? I only saw that one league. I gotta go on that site to see if there's others you can download. Alright, so Brock steps to the plate. Runners at first and second for the Cardinals, and they're looking to extend their 4-2 lead here. 1 out. Brock needs a 701 or better to reach safely while Wazlewski delivers the pitch. And that's going to be a single in the center field for a base hit. Let's see. The runner's attempting the extra base. Great throw by Smith. Howard can't make the tag in time. Javier scores. Wonderful slide by Julian Javier. Briles advances to third. Brock takes second on the throw. It's now 5-2. Oh, see, they should have took the out. Elston Howard on the bunt attempt should have went to first on the prior play. Now Curt Flood steps to the plate. Another Red Sox killer in this game. 2 for 3. 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and 1 run scored. Wazlewski is now 8 batters faced out of the 15. He struggled in this inning. Let's check out who's up next. Oh, Maris. That's right. Alright, well, we're going to play our infield in here. Let's go to our fielding chart. We're going to play infield in. Can't give up any more runs. Need the ball hit hard at an infielder here. So we're looking for a 6-12 or under the Red Sox for an out, where Curt Flood wants a 6-13 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to Curt Flood. The dice roll. That's a 7-2-6. Flood has himself another hit. That's a single in the center field. Smith can't get there in time. The runners attempt the extra base. Great throw by Smith, and once again, he's safe. Bryle scores from third. Brock scores as Reggie Smith's throw is not in time. No, it was in time. Howard dropped the ball. So Elston Howard just having a dreadful inning behind the plate defensively. 2 runs scored. Flood takes second on the throw. Flood now has 4 RBIs, and the Cardinals extend their lead 7-2. Jump in the chat real quick, and once again, thank you to Beatles Eternally for joining me in the chat as I play this game. He has said, yes, they do have more great leagues. You'll love it. There are 3. Also, if you want a huge draft resource download, bring your best 2017 4,000 players and obviously limitless potential. Well, thank you very much. Roger Maris steps to the plate, and I think we're going to walk Roger the Dodger Maris. Cepeda's up after him. What's the difference? We could set up the double play. And it would be a righty-righty matchup. We're going to walk Maris and go with the righty-righty matchup and hope Cepeda hits the ball hard to someone on the ground and we turn 2 and get out of this miserable inning here. Another bad inning for Red Sox pitching here in Game 3 of the Retro 1967 World Series using Digital Diamond Baseball. So we're going to walk Maris. So Flood will be at second, Maris will be at first. Orlando Cepeda steps to the plate, and he's 0 for 2 today. Wazlewski has faced 10 out of 15 batters now. We're looking to get 2 for 1. Cepeda needs a 6.58 or better to reach safely. We're looking for under that. Here's the pitch to the baby bull. That's a 9.58. That's going to be a double to right field. Cepeda pulls in a second. They're attempting the extra base. And Maris also scores. Cepeda takes third on the throw. It's now 9-2. So that was a 2-run double for Orlando Cepeda. Our strategy of walking Maris did not work, and the beating continues. So we'd like to get Wazlewski, through this inning and not waste another pitcher in this inning at least. McCarver steps to the plate. Cardinal catcher 0 for 3. We're going to give Wazlewski one more batter. We're going to play the infield in. Go to our fielding box. Actually, who's up after McCarver? Mike Shannon. You know what? Let's go back to our fielding box. Go back to normal. We're going to walk McCarver, set up a double play opportunity here. Mike Shannon will be up. Let's see. We're going to try the walk strategy again. What the heck? We're already down 9-2. So we're setting up a double play here. Hopefully Mike Shannon hits the ball hard at somebody. Cepeda at third, McCarver at first. Mike Shannon needs a 7.22 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch To Mike, don't call me Del Shannon. And that's an 801, and he walks. Good job by Mike Shannon. Works a walk, bases loaded. Julian Javier steps to the plate 0 for 2, 1 run scored. No place to put him. 7-13 or better will score another run for the Cardinals. Gary Walczewski has not pitched well. He's now 13 out of 15 batters. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier. That's an 826 single in the left field. Probably 2 more runs are going to score on this. Coach decides not to risk the extra base. Only 1 run scores. Base is still loaded. It's now 10-2, and that's going to be it for Gary Walczewski. We've seen enough of his poop. Let's go to the pen here. Let's quickly go to lineup. So, Cardinals have righty, righty, lefty. Let's go to our bullpen. And I guess we'll bring in Jerry Stevens. What the heck? Why not? And Jerry Adair leads off. I'd have to take Reggie-CF out. I can put Hawk Harrelson in. I'm going to do that. We're going to go with the old double switcheroony here. That's not what they really did, most likely, but I'm going to do it. Because I don't want to waste another pitcher out of the bullpen. I want Jerry Smith to try to take this game home. And hopefully, who knows, the Red Sox rally. So we're going to want... He'll bat in the 5 spot. Now we'll go to our bench. And... Oh, Harrelson did not hit well for the Red Sox down the stretch. Oh, Joe Foy can play center field, and he hit 251. You know what? We're going to let Joe Foy play center field. I'm sure he's probably not a good center fielder. Let's just check out defensively. Joe Foy. What's his error percentage in center field? 3%. At third base, it's 7.9. Right field, 3.5. Left field, 4%. You know what? We're going to go with Joe Foy. So Joe Foy will go to the 9 spot. No, we want him to play center field. This player does not qualify for center field. Yes, he does. It says he can play center field. That's wonderful. It said he could play center field. Well, he's playing center field now. I'm not wasting any more players. I know. Can Dalton Jones play center field? I don't think so. No. Well, it clearly stated, this was a download of a game from one of the fans of Digital Diamond Baseball. It says he can play center field, right there, center field. Now, grant you he didn't play any games, but they have a listing there. So, he's going to play center field. Now, grant you I'm playing a 66 season, and I know he doesn't play center field, but they listed it there in the game, so giving him the ability to play center field, so we're going with it. We're down 10-2. So we put Joe Foy in center field, and you know what? His error percentage is 3%. Tartabull, 2%. Yastrzemski, 2%. It's not that horrible. Now, you do know I probably jinxed him. It's going to be a fly ball to him that he's going to drop for a 3-run error. So Max Dalville steps to the plate. 1 out. No place to put him. Stevenson on the mound. Here's the pitch by Stevenson. I'm sorry, Maxvill. He needs a 7th 735 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-8-4. Out category to Petrocelli. Soft ground ball to the shortstop. Petrocelli charges it and throws the Scott for the out. McCarver scores. Shannon advances to third. Javier to second. So 2 outs, runners at second and third for the Cardinals. It's now 11-2. Brings up the pitcher, Nelson Briles. I wonder if they'll pinch hit for him, though. We'll find out when we hit pitch. He needs 8-16 or better to reach safely. Stevenson with the pitch. .790 out category to Yastrzemski. Deep fly ball. This could be trouble for Yaz. He got a late start, but he reaches up and makes a big gem of a catch. Out number 3, saving any further embarrassment for the Boston Red Sox in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. The Cardinals lead the Red Sox 11-2. Red Sox need to get busy here in the top of the 7th to erase this 9-run lead that the Cardinals have. Due up for the Red Sox, Adair, Petrocelli, and Howard. Howard will not be hitting, though. Javier Adair 0 for 2. Nelson Briles is now 23 out of 24. So he can face one more batter before he goes into what I call the penalty. Beatles eternally says, you really need to be a pro baseball broadcaster, LOL. I don't know about that, but thank you. So Javier Adair steps to the plate. Briles delivers the pitch. Adair needs a 7-2-7 or better to reach safely. Red Sox desperately need base runners. That's a 9-10. That's going to be a single into right field. It's only the Red Sox 4th hit of the game. So a leadoff single. You got to start somewhere, and that's a good place to start. A leadoff single. Rico Petrocelli steps to the plate 0 for 2. Briles is now at 24 out of 24. Let's see how long the Cardinals stay with him. They do have a huge lead, 11-2. Probably don't want to use too much of their bullpen here. Petrocelli needs a 730 or better to reach safely. Here's the pitch to Rico. That's a 194. That's an out category to Flood. Let's see if he makes the play. Deep fly ball, and Flood runs it down. Nice catch by Curt Flood. Adair retreats back to first base. 1 away, and the very weak-hitting Elston Howard steps to the plate, and we're going to go for a pinch hitter here. And we're going to go with not a really good choice with our other 2 catchers. Let's see who hits right-handers better. Well, Mike Andrews, we're going to have Mike Andrews come off the bench and pray that no one gets hurt because he's our backup second baseman and shortstop. And he hits 260, and we need to keep the train moving, and then we'll bring in either Mike Ryan or Russ Gibson to catch. So Mike Andrews will pinch hit for Elston Howard. 1 out, Javier Adair's at first. And they're going to stick with Nelson Briles as he's now over the limit. Andrews needs 710 or better to reach base safely. Briles delivers the pitch. That's a 505 out category to Lou Brock in left. And he makes the one-handed catch for out number 2. He'll bring up Joe Foy, who's really a third baseman who we've put in center field. Because the computer said he could play center field. Foy needs a 736 or better to reach base safely and keep this inning going. Adair's at first. And he has a 95% lead opportunity, but down by 9 runs, no one's going anywhere. Here's the pitch by Briles, who's now at 26 batters faced. 2 over the limit for him. That's a 7-4-3. Foy works himself a walk. Runners at first and second here. Adair at second, Foy at first, and it brings up the leadoff hitter, Jose Tartabull, 0 for 3 today. He needs a 7-12 or better to reach base safely. Bryles could be tiring. He is tiring. Let's see if we can get something done here before they switch him out. Here's the pitch to Tartabull. That's an 847, and that's going to be a single into right field. Maris won't get there. We have a 99% chance of scoring this run, and we're going to hit yes. So we need a dice roll of under 991. It's a 700, and the Red Sox score another run, as it's now going to be 11-3. Tartabull takes second on the throw. Foy goes to third. RBI single for Tartabull. Bryles still in the game. Cardinals really want him to get through this inning here. He needs one more out to get through it. Dalton Jones steps to the plate 0 for 3 with 1 run scored. He reached on an error and scored on the Yastrzemski 2-run homer in the top of the 6th. So the Red Sox have scored in consecutive innings. The problem is they gave up 7 in the bottom of the 6th. Jones needs a 678 or better to reach base safely. Sox on second and third. Bryles delivers the pitch. That's a 1-3-6. It's in the out category. To who? To Bryles! He snatches that line drive that was going right back up the middle, robbing Jones of a hit and 2 runs from the Red Sox. So we need a catcher now. And we're going to go with... Okay, we're going to go with Mike Ryan. I think he's a little... I think they're actually the same, pretty much defensively. We're going to go with Mike Ryan, and he will bat in the 8th spot, as we want to keep Jerry Stevenson in the game. So we want him to go in the 8th spot. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. So we did that correctly. We will hit OK. All right, Stevenson on the mound, his new battery mate, Mike Ryan. Stevenson will face Lou Brock, Curt Flood, and Roger Maris in the bottom of the 7th. Cardinals have an 8-run lead. Brock needs a 7-11 or better to reach base safely. Here is the pitch from Stevenson. It's out category to Jerry Adair. Ground ball to second. Adair ranges to his left, throws to Scott out number 1. Now Curt Flood steps to the plate, 3 for 4, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Flood needs 674 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to Flood. The dice roll. 0-2-3, that's a strikeout. Flood gets caught looking, 2 outs. Roger Maris steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3, 1 walk, 1 run scored. Maris needs 6-8-9 or better to reach base safely. Stevenson delivers the pitch. That's a 4-3-4 out category to Dalton Jones. Hard ground ball to third. Jones dives, gets up, throws from his knees. What a play! Maris is out! Jones flashing the leather at the hot corner. Out number 3. We go to the top of the 8th. Boston 3, St. Louis 11. Due up for the Red Sox, Carl Yastrzemski, George Boomer Scott, and the pitcher Jerry Stevenson. Yastrzemski steps to the plate. He's 3 for 3. He's been the hitting star for the Red Sox. 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Yaz needs a 606 or better off Nelson Bryles to reach base safely. Bryles is now 5 batters over his 24 at-bat limit. 29 batters he has faced. He's tired. Red Sox need to take advantage of this opportunity here. Here's the pitch to Yaz. And that's a 109 out category. It's a pop up to McCarver, and he makes the catch. So Yastrzemski's retired for the first time today, and the Cardinals finally make a pitching change. They're going to go to Jack. Wow, how do you say this gentleman's name? Lamaby, I guess. Jack Lamaby. That's what we're going to say. He has a threshold of 8 batters. His first batter he'll face is George Boomer Scott. 0 for 2 today. He's walked once. Scott needs a 697 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch from Lamaby. That's a 8-8-9 single into center field. 1 out single for Scott. And a Jerry Stevenson will be called back to the bench. A pinch hitter is going to come up. And we're going to go with Jack Lamaby. Lamaby, I guess, is a righty. So let's see. Let's go against our right-handed matchups here. And we're going to bring in Norm Seaburn. Or Seabeam. I can't tell if that's an R-N or M, as in Mary. So we're going to go lefty-righty here. Seaburn, I think. So Norm Seaburn steps to the plate. Lefty-righty matchup here. So I have 2 gentlemen's names I'm not quite sure how to pronounce. That doesn't make for good audio. Here's the pitch to Seaburn. He needs a 704 or better to reach base safely. Scott's on first with 1 out. And that's a 926, and that's going to be a single into left field. And we're going to hold Scott at second. We don't want to run into any outs here, as we are down 8 runs. Oh, thank God Greg Gorecki's in the chat. Oh, wow. Lamaby. I still don't pronounce it correctly. How are you doing, Greg Gorecki? That's Beatles Eternally, another good friend of the channel. Red Sox are getting hammered here in Game 3, and I believe in actuality they got hammered in Game 3. Adair steps to the plate. Sox have runners at first and second. Adair 1 for 3 with a run scored. He needs a 731 or better to reach safely. And if you think I'm going to pronounce the pitcher's name, you're crazy. Here's the pitch to Adair. 856, that's a single into right field. And we're going to hold everybody, as we have a 64.7% chance of scoring, but we're down 8 runs, so bases will be loaded. I clicked no. And Rico Petrocelli strides to the plate. No place to put him. Rico 0 for 3 today, and he'd love to break out right now. A home run swing, he needs a 989 or better. Reach base safely, 735 or better. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. Base is loaded with Sox. And Rico works a bases loaded walk. Red Sox score. 11-4 RBI for Rico Petrocelli. And he'll bring up Mike Ryan, the weak hitting catcher, another weak hitting catcher for the Red Sox. So Jack Lamaby has struggled. He's only recorded 1 out. Bases loaded. Ryan at the plate. Ryan needs a 760 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to Ryan. That's a 1-2-0. That's a strikeout. Big swing and a miss. Way to go. No patience for Ryan. 2 outs now, and Joe Foy steps to the plate. If he gets a hold of one, this could be interesting. Come on, Joe. Though he did not hit right-handed pitching quite well in 67, only 235. Foy is no official at bat. He walked his only appearance. Foy needs a 7-4-0 or better to reach base safely, and if he does, that will score another run as bases are still loaded. Here's the pitch to Joe Foy. That's a 0-4-7. That's going to be a strikeout. Another big swing and a miss. So Jack Lamabee gets 2 strikeouts and pitches out of the jam. And we need a pitcher. Who shall we bring in to end this misery? Billy Roar is going to come in, though he's a lefty, but I really don't want to use any of my other pitchers. Oh, we can go Dave Moorhead. You know what? We're going to go Billy Roar. What's the difference? Yeah, we're going to go Billy Roar. And he's got to go in the 5 slot because that's where Norm Syburn pinched hit for the pitcher. Or actually, we can put him in the 8th spot. That's what we're gonna do, and we'll put our last catcher in the 5th spot, Gibson. So we're gonna put Billy Roar in the 8th spot, and we need a catcher now. Loads of fun here in Game 3. Russ Gibson. We'll go in the 5 slot. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, with the Cardinals leading 11-4. Due up for the Cardinals, Cepeda, McCarver, and Shannon to face Billy Roar. Cepeda needs a 5.94 or better to reach safely. He's 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, and 1 run scored. Here's the pitch to the Baby Bull. That's a 1-5-5 out category. Slow roller out in front of the plate. Gibson fields it and throws to Scott for out number 1. Tim McCarver steps to the plate. Cardinal catcher 0 for 3 today. Walked once and scored 2 runs. He needs a 6.62 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to McCarver. And he has reached base very safely as he'll touch the ball. Home run to left field. The dice roll was a 9-9-4. The Cardinals take a 12-4 lead. Wow. The beating continues. Mike Shannon steps to the plate. 1 out, no one on. Shannon needs a 6.72 or better to reach base safely. Roar delivers the pitch. That's a 0-0-8 strikeout category. Swing and a miss as he tried to duplicate McCarver's task. The big swing was there, but contact was not. Out number 2. Julian Javier steps to the plate. Cardinals second baseman, 1 for 3, 1 RBI, and 1 run scored. Javier needs a 6.65 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to the Cardinals second baseman. The dice roll. 3-2-0 out category to center field to Joe Foy. Let's see if he can make the catch. And he does! Inning over. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left on base after 8s. St. Louis 12, Boston 4. Due up for Boston in the top of the 9th. Tartabull, Jones, and Yastrzemski. Tartabull steps to the plate, 1 for 4, 1 RBI. He needs a 7.32 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to Jose Tartabull. 9-8-7. That's going to be a double to left field. Leadoff double. Now brings up Dalton Jones, 0 for 4, 1 run scored. Jones needs a 709 or better. Tartabull at second. Here's the pitch to Jones. 294 out category to Shannon. Let's see if he can make the play. And he does as he throws over the Cepeda for the out. One away. Tartabull stayed at second. Yastrzemski steps to the plate. 3 for 4 today. Cardinals finally retired him in his last at-bat. He's homered and singled twice. 2 RBIs, 1 run scored. Yaz needs a 6.52 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to Captain Carl Yastrzemski. That's a 7.28. Yaz works himself a walk. Red Sox have runners at first and second with 1 out. George Boomer Scott steps to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. He's walked once, scored a run. Scott needs a 6.97 or better to reach base safely. Here's the pitch to the Boomer. That's a 1.63 strikeout category. Swing and a miss. So there's 2 outs, and it's going to be up to Russ Gibson, the 3rd catcher the Red Sox have used today. His first at bat. Gibson needs a 7.75 or better to keep this game going. The windup and the pitch to Russ Gibson. That's a 7.37 out category to the shortstop, Maxvill. He charges it. It's going to be close. The throw to Cepeda, and they got him! Game over! Game 3 belongs to the Cardinals. Final score 12-4. The Cardinals take a 2-1 lead. Ouch for the Red Sox. Let's quickly go to the box score. Let's go through the pitching real quick. For the Red Sox, Gary Ding Dong Bell, as I said, got his bell rung. 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs. Only 2 were earned, though. The Red Sox did play some sloppy defense behind him. 1 walk, no strikeouts. He gave up a home run. Gary Wazlewski came in. He pitched an inning and a third, hit 2 batters. 4 hits, 7 runs, all earned. 3 walks, struck out 1. Jerry Stevenson came in, pitched an inning and 2/3. No hits, no runs, struck out 1. Then Billy Rohrer came in, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, struck out 1, and the earned run was a touch-em-all home run by Tim McCarver. Let's look at the Cardinal pitching. I gotta go down a little lower, excuse me. Bryles pitched 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run. It was Carl Yastrzemski's 2-run blast. Oh God, how do you pronounce this guy's name? Maybe pitched an inning and 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Winning pitcher, Bryles. Losing pitcher, Gary Ding Dong Bell. Let's quickly go to the hitting stars. For the Red Sox, Carl Yastrzemski, 3 for 4, 1 run scored, 2 RBIs, walked once, and he had a home run. Adair also went 2 for 4. And Tartabull had 2 hits. Those were the hitting stars. Errors for the Red Sox, Yastrzemski and Adair. For the Cardinals, well, they had lots of hitting stars. Brock, 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Flood, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs, and I have to give him the offensive player of the game, in my opinion. Cepeda, 1 for 4, but 2 runs knocked in. McCarver, 1 for 4, but was on base where he scored 3 times. He had an RBI also. Javier, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Maxvill, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, scored a run. It was just a big mess for Red Sox pitching in Game 3. We'll leave it at that. So, this is Al Red Sox Fan from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station saying thank you very much for watching. I'm going to be back with another game. I think I'm going to do a little I might either do some Action PC Baseball 1966 Red Sox, who are going to be in a big series with the Baltimore Orioles. We're only 3.5 games out through my screwy, weird management of the team. I've got them to within 3.5 in 66. I don't know how that's going to last as we're coming up. We're in the month of June now, but we've done some wacky stuff. It's worked. Or I'm going to come back with a little digital diamond baseball. Or I might come back with some out of the ballpark. I'm going to play another baseball game because I like doing it. I'd like to say thank you to Beatles Eternally for joining me in the chat. Sorry the Red Sox lost. They got hammered. He says, thank you for a great game. I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. I'd like to say thank you for Greg Korecki trying to help me to pronounce players' last names correctly. I always appreciate Greg Korecki. And Tim Gersh just jumped in the chat. Moderator extraordinaire. Thank you very much, Mr. Tim. Remember to check out Tim Gersh's channel. Alright, so Al Red Sox fan saying thank you very much. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please share if you want. Thank you for tuning in. Most of all, come back, share your baseball memories. Health and happiness. Take care. God bless. Until next time. See you soon. Bye-bye.